You know this feeling. You're in bed, warm, heavy. Your thoughts are starting to blur. The world is getting soft and far away. You're almost gone. And then, you fall. Your whole body jolts. Your arms fly out. Your heart slams against your chest like you just stepped off a cliff. You sit up, wide awake, and look around the dark room. Nothing happened. Nobody pushed you. The bed is exactly where it was. There was no cliff. But your body, every muscle, every nerve, is absolutely certain that half a second ago you were falling. So here's tonight's mystery. That fall was not real, but the jolt was. Something inside your own head grabbed you at the edge of sleep and shook you awake. Tonight, we find out what and why it thinks it's saving your life. First, let's clear something up. There is nothing wrong with you. Scientists call this a hypnic jerk, or a sleep start, and it's one of the most common experiences in the human body. Studies estimate that around 70% of people feel it at least sometimes. Tonight, as you watch this, hundreds of millions of people around the world will twitch awake exactly the same way. Same jolt, same racing heart, same confused look around the room. It happens to children and grandparents, athletes and office workers. It happened to people 1,000 years ago, and it will happen to people 1,000 years from now. And notice when it strikes. Never in deep sleep, never in the middle of the day. Always in that narrow, blurry doorway between waking and sleeping, the exact moment you're crossing over. That timing is not a coincidence. That doorway is where the whole answer lives, because falling asleep is not like flipping a switch. It's a shift change. Think of your brain as a building with two work crews. The day crew, the waking system, keeps you alert, keeps your muscles ready, keeps your eyes scanning the world. The night crew, the sleep system, slows your breathing, relaxes your body, and carries you down into rest. Every night, at the edge of sleep, one crew hands the building over to the other, and a handover is never instant. For a few strange minutes, both crews are in the building at the same time. The day crew is switching off the lights, while the night crew is switching on the dream machinery. Signals overlap, wires cross. Most nights, the handover is smooth, and you glide into sleep without noticing. But some nights, in that overlap, a spark jumps, and your whole body feels it at once. Here's how the spark happens. As the sleep crew takes over, your muscles begin to let go. Your neck loosens. Your limbs get heavy. Your whole body starts sinking into the mattress. All of that is normal. All of that is safe. But part of your brain is still half awake. The old security guard, still on duty, still watching the sensors. And what do the sensors report? Muscles suddenly going slack. The body tilting into heaviness. The sense of support fading. To a drowsy security guard, that pattern looks like exactly one thing. We are falling. No time to double-check. The guard slams the emergency button. A jolt of electricity shoots down your spine. Every muscle snaps tight at once. Your arms fly out to catch you. And you're awake, heart pounding, gripping the bed, which never moved. A false alarm, but listen to what it really means. Even half asleep, your brain would rather wake you 100 times for nothing than miss one real fall. But why is the alarm tuned so sensitively? Why does the brain treat relaxing like an emergency? One famous idea among scientists looks far back into history. For most of the human story, there were no locked doors and no safe bedrooms. People slept where predators couldn't reach them, in high shelters, on ledges, sometimes up in the trees. Now imagine sleeping in a place like that. Up there, your muscles going suddenly slack isn't cozy, it's lethal. Loosen your grip at the wrong moment and the ground is a long way down. In a world like that, You would want a hair-trigger alarm. The instant the body slumps too fast, jolt it awake, grab something, check. A false alarm costs you a few seconds of sleep. A missed alarm costs you everything. So the alarm that wakes you tonight, in a perfectly safe bed, may simply be built for a far more dangerous bedroom. The danger is gone. The guard never got the memo. And now the strangest part of all. Many people don't just jolt. They remember falling. A missed step on a staircase, a tumble from a cliff, the ground rushing up. The dream feels like it was already happening, and the jolt woke you from it. But here's what sleep researchers believe is really going on. The order is reversed. The jolt comes first. Then your brain, caught off guard, needing an explanation, writes the story instantly. It feels a burst of alarm and a falling sensation with no cause, reaches for the nearest explanation that fits, and paints it in. A staircase, a cliff, a missing floor. All of it assembled in a fraction of a second, so fast that the story feels like it came before the shock. Think about what that means. Your brain is such a committed storyteller that even in the half-second of a false alarm, it refuses to leave an event unexplained. You didn't dream of falling and then jolt. You jolted, and your brain wrote the fall. So why do some nights bring more jolts than others? Because anything that keeps the day crew wired makes the handover messier, and the list is very familiar. Caffeine, especially late in the day, the waking system stays buzzing right when it should be powering down. Stress and racing thoughts, the guard stays on high alert, jumpy, trigger-happy. Deep exhaustion, strangely, being overtired makes the brain crash towards sleep so fast that the body's signals get chaotic. And intense exercise late at night leaves your muscles twitchy just as the handover begins. Sound like your life? That's why the jolts cluster on your worst weeks. The good news? The fix is boringly simple. Ease the caffeine afternoon. Give yourself a slow, calm landing before bed. Dim the lights, put the phone away, let the day crew clock out gently. You can't fire the security guard, but you can stop feeding him coffee. So tonight, it might happen again. You'll drift to the edge of sleep. The crews will trade shifts in the dark. And maybe, just maybe, a spark will jump. The fall, the jolt, the pounding heart in a quiet room. But now you know what it really is. Not a glitch, not something wrong with you. It's a guardian, an ancient, over-careful watchman who has been standing at the doorway of sleep for as long as humans have needed to rest in a dangerous world. He misreads a soft mattress for a high ledge. He panics over nothing. He wakes you for false alarms night after night. But he does it for one reason only, because letting you fall was never an option. Even at the border of unconsciousness, something in you is still keeping watch. So when it happens tonight, don't be annoyed. Take a slow breath, smile in the dark, and tell the old guard, "Thank you, but this ledge is a bed." Stay curious. See you in the next one.